Today we're going to be having a look at these. As promised, we did a little survey on the YouTube channel's community page and asked people if they'd like to see a little unboxing type video or a set of lights in a box, and here you have it, a set of 20 Winfield Miniature Christmas Lights. So I do have a few sets of lights which are still in their boxes, mainly because I've not had a chance to get them out to use them. I'm a firm believer of lights shouldn't just be kept in boxes as a collector's item. They should be used, but that's just a personal opinion. But anyway, let's have a look at these. So Winfield were one of Woolworths' in-house brands, and in the early to mid 80s they got rid of the Winfield name and just went full Woolworths, but the artwork on the boxes stayed relatively the same. Here's some pictures from the archive of a set of Winfield lights, and then when they ditched the Winfield name and went to Woolworths, here's the exact same box. They made no changes except change it from Woolworths to Winfield, which I think is a pretty good thing to do, keeps it on brand. What I always liked about Woolworth and Winfield lights is they always had a picture of the lights in operation on a tree. It was always a photograph, not a piece of artwork or a drawing. I always liked that, and I think it's a nice little trait which I think would be nice to come back. These lights would have come with 2 spare bulbs. I don't think there are any spare bulbs in this. It's been a long time since I opened this box. I think I uncovered it in the boxes of old boxes videos. I'm not sure which one, but there's a little playlist up there of all 4 videos if you want to have a little look through them. There's not much to the boxes, very plain. We've got some particulars, it tells you that they're wired in series and what to expect, and details on how the lights work and how the bulbs interact with each other. And there's your catalogue number and your bulb particulars, handy for getting spare bulbs. Indoor use only, because outdoor lights weren't really very prevalent back in the 70s and 80s. You could get them, but they weren't very well widespread. A lot of the time it was either pygmy bulb strings or pygmy bulb strings with shade covers on. We've got a set of them, but we might discuss them on the Vintage Lights channel, which is going to make a comeback. We've been filming videos for the Vintage Lights YouTube channel. It used to be called My Old Lights. We had a bit of a rebrand, but watch this space. You can see the link to that channel there if you're interested in old lights. Nothing on the back. Nothing on the inside of the lid. As you can see, there are some remnants of glue here, so there would have been cellophane film. Oh, there it is. Oh well, there we go. So the cellophane film is still there, it's just no longer attached. Or I think about it. Actually, you know what? When in Rome, let's just fix things. Let me just make sure this is the right place for it to go. Yes, it is. Some generic glue stick from the 3D printer. Well, it's the first time we've had to restore a box on the channel, but there we go, that's fixed. Hopefully that'll stay in for another 40 odd years. So these lights are, I would say, mid-70s. Winfield did do a set of lights similar to these, where they had integral bulb holders and shades. There is a infamous story in the UK. It's called the oldest set of lights in the UK, which have been running for over 50 years. I think that's slightly misleading. I think it's the set of lights that's been up and running continuously every Christmas for 50 plus years. And they were the precursor to these. These are Pickwick style, and the other ones are not quite Pickwick style, but they're a similar design. The shades have more of a diamond pattern to them. I believe we do have a set of them, so we might come back to that story and we will have a look at what one of the longest running sets of lights that a family have used for over 50 years looks like. We'll have a little in-depth look at them. I just need to go and find them because I'm not sure where they are. This set's quite interesting. It's got translucent flex. You can see they're the actual bare cables inside. These would look good on a white or a silver tree. They probably look good on a green tree as well. You can hide the cable with a bit of tinsel. It did not come with a plug. A lot of these old lights, the boxes aren't very big and they generally didn't come with plugs. So this plug has been added. Don't think it was me that added it. So we'll have a look inside that and see what fuse it's running, because we'll upgrade it to a 1 amp. The colours are very diffused on these. In fact, if you look on the cover, the colours are not particularly vivid. They're quite thin on the old bulb paint department, so the box isn't deceiving. You are getting what is pictured on the box inside the box. Got your classic colours. We've got red, yellow, blue, pink and green. And I don't know if this set has ever been out or been used. I mean, it's all very well maintained in the box. It's been put back in correctly, so unknown if they've ever been out. But this little tag on here, and I'm assuming this is some kind of manufacturing tag or a quality control check. Somebody's probably marked it and, you know, tester number 3 has checked them and they all work. But let's have a little quick look inside our plug. This plug weighs absolutely nothing. It's a very cheap modern plug. Oh, here we go. Asda. So it's a UK plug. Somebody's picked it up in Asda. So let's have a look inside. I'm expecting a 13 amp. And we've got a 13 amp. And plus, after the last few sets of lights we've had where the cables have been a little bit suspect, just checking that everything's all correctly installed and cinched it down, and they are. Also, even though it's not used, always check that the old earth terminal got the screw put in properly, because sometimes they loosen themselves and sometimes pop out. So there's 13 amp. There are 1 amps. Funny enough, but I'm still actually watching these on eBay, and I got them cheap. I think I got them for £4.99 posted. They've gone back up to £16 odd now, I think. So I think I got in there quite luckily, or they've listed it incorrectly and I just managed to snipe a bargain. So there's our 1 amp fuse. So you want, you know, to be fair, although it doesn't really weigh much, it's not a bad plug. It's quite well put together. At least it's got the cord grip and it's been correctly used. Right, less yak. Let's get them turned on. Oh, brilliant. They're working straight out the box. Let me just get rid of that flicker. Okay, that's better. Got rid of that flicker. The colours are a little bit more diffused on Blackmagic Cam. I've not really figured out the settings properly, but we'll go back to the original mode. It's just so we can get a good close-up look without that obnoxious flicker. You see a nice bit of patina on that blue bulb. Nice bit of natural crackage. On the red, the green. Not so much banding, but the paint is a bit thin on these lights and it has been worn through. But the colours are still good. The pink is especially good on these lights. The pinks are really, really vivid. Now actually you can see how thin the bulb paint is. It's not fully painted as well. We'll have a quick look and see if there are any replacement bulbs. They've got the short strand filament with 2 equal length terminal posts. And all these bulbs look original, which is good. This green one is particularly pointy. Right, let's see if we can find our end bulb. There we go. This red one is the end bulb. These are very small, very delicate in comparison to a Cinderella shade. These shades are tri-pin. Got a nice pattern on them. It's the bubble pattern. Sometimes you can get them with a scale pattern. This is more of a widespread used design with the bubbles on them. The engagement is very, very thin on these. Not much surface area. But they go on, and they go on convincingly. There's a bit of a cup in the middle, and it does diffuse and refract quite nicely. There's a nice bit of refraction there. Very nice lights. It's not advised that you run Christmas lights in a box like this, but who remembers going to the local market? They were always on display in the shops that sold them, and there was always a set lit up. So let's go back to the other camera mode so we can appreciate the colours. So that's more representative of what the colours look like. I just like to eliminate the flicker so we can get a good up close look. But there's not much else we can say about these lights. Set of 20 Winfield Miniature Christmas Lights, screw-in bulbs, perfect mint condition, great set of lights. I'm not actually sure whether I would want to get these out the box and use them. I might be going through the collection this year. I'm going through all the lights and have a final decision of what I want to keep, what I want to get rid of, and obviously keep lights that we haven't done videos on. We've got to go through them. I've got to segregate all the lights I've done videos on and put them in a separate pile so we don't accidentally revisit old lights. But I'm going to thin the herd a bit, I think, and this set of lights will probably go up for sale at some point. Anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you on the next one.